Not sure why it's talking to me. Okay. Hey guys. Okay. So my name's Kelly Dahl and I'm a presidential diamond and I'm super excited to host this call this month. Kara came to a bunch of us leaders and, told us that she was wanting to collaborate and put together a reward for anyone running an auto ship in their business every month and not just an auto ship, but an ADBV auto ship. So I first want to just applaud all of you because you're here, because you're clearly dedicated to your business. A lot of you have been in for a while and some of you have been in for just a little bit. So welcome to those of you that are brand spanking new, and welcome also to those of you that have been with us for a long time. So first, we're going to start with our stories, and then we're going to jump into some training and things that we want to share with you, our best tips. We're really trying to focus on like this summer and working in the summer. So I think you guys will find everything that we share super helpful and interesting. So like I said, my name's Kelly Dahl. I started my business 5.5 years ago. It was February of 2016. I was a brand new mom. My son was 5 months old at the time. I was working full-time as a nurse. So working 50 hours a week in an administrative role, finishing my master's degree, literally doing all of the things, pulled in a million different directions. And at the end of the month, we were living paycheck to paycheck. We had more debt than I was comfortable with. And truly bringing a child into this world just kind of woke me up in terms of debt. I was like, oh my gosh, how are we going to afford all of the things that we need for this child and any other children that we have? So I started this business super skeptical. This was something I swore I would never quote unquote need because I had gone to nursing school. I had, I was finishing my master's degree. I had this plan. I had done all of the things that society told me to do. And we were still living paycheck to paycheck with my husband and I making, great money. So jumped in, wanted to make an extra $500 a month, wanted to pay off one of the credit cards in the mountain of debt that we had. So 2 months in, I was able to do that, paid off $1,000 credit card. And that's kind of when the light bulb went off for me. I went to an event. I saw a lot of people that looked like me and didn't look like me. And I was like, anyone can do this business. Anyone can do this business and be successful. So from there, I decided I was going to go diamond and be able to go part-time at my job. And I did exactly that. 6 months in, I went diamond. I was able to go part-time. About a year in, I fully replaced my nursing income and I was in a master's prepared position. So I was making great money. And, I went double diamond, replaced my full-time income, waited a few months, finished my master's degree, kept working part-time, kept working my business, and then felt the need to come home full-time. And I've been home ever since then. So right before I came home full-time, I found out I was pregnant. We were not trying to get pregnant in that moment. My son, we had to do a little bit of fertility drugs, nothing major, but we had trouble getting pregnant with him. So for us to get pregnant on our own, we were like, what? Okay, this is a total God thing. This is great. Maybe this is why, I decided to come home and all of the things. So I was home. We got into really, I guess, the beginning of the second trimester and had our first ultrasound. And we were told that our child, things didn't look good. And we probably wouldn't carry this pregnancy to term. She would probably I'd probably miscarry. And so it became a very high risk pregnancy, on and on and on and on. Every week I was having, appointments, ultrasounds, etc. And I carried our daughter Eloise until 28.5 weeks and she was stillborn. That's not something, that's something that I openly share because that's something no one anticipates going through. I wouldn't wish that on anyone, but a lot of people have miscarriages. A lot of people have stillbirths. And it was something that took us through, a wave of emotions that I could have never predicted in our lives. And this business provided for us through that. This business is what kept the lights on. This business is what kept me home during that high risk pregnancy. And then through our grief for the following years, truly. So she was delivered in February of 2018. We worked our business. We were at Double Diamond for 2 years. So a lot of ups and downs emotionally with the business, with, our personal lives, losing a child. And then fast forward to late 2018, I went to the women's conference, which I hope and pray that those will return in 2022. Cindy does an incredible job putting those on. And I went to that really just looking for something. I wanted to trust God again. I felt like I had lost my trust in him after losing a child and I just wanted hope. And so I went to that conference just really open for whatever God had for me. And it really, it reignited my faith, not only in my life, but in business and in God. And so from there, I left that conference. I decided that I was going to not just work my business because it was something that I did. I was going to work my business with a purpose, with, a reason, with joy, with all of the emotions. And so I jumped, I treated my business differently from there on out. I got back to double. At that point, I had lost rank, got back to double very quickly, was a strong double. And then we promoted to triple diamond in January of 2019, promoted my husband's account to triple diamond in March of 2019, had such an incredible 2019. My dad also battled a rare form of brain cancer in 2019. And because of everything we had gone through in 2018, it's like God had really prepared me to face that in faith instead of in fear. And it was so incredible how I faced my dad's diagnosis differently than my daughter's. And so 2019 was a crazy ride. It was incredible. And then 2020, obviously crazy for a lot of different reasons, but we promoted to presidential actually in June of 2020. And so it's now almost been a year, which is crazy to think about because it feels like it was just a few months ago. And I am, this company, this was something, like I mentioned, something I never, ever saw myself doing. I have, a nursing degree, I have a master's degree. Society tells you one thing, you make plans, and then God laughs. And here I am today. Like, I can't imagine doing anything else. I'm home with both my kids. So now we've had our rainbow baby, Kennedy, who is 21 months. And she is like the light in our life. And we are just super grateful for her and truly this company, because it allows me to be home and to live, the life that we dreamed of. And we've paid off tons of debt, earned bonuses, all of the things. So I've talked long enough. I want to toss it over to Alyssa.
Hi, guys. So we have been at the pool all day, so I look a little crazy, but we are so excited to be on here with you guys tonight and just to reward those of you who are investing in your business by running an auto ship, because that is such an important part of being an entrepreneur, being a business owner, and showing up for yourself is so awesome. And we are so proud of you. So my name is Alyssa Rushton. I am presidential. I've been with the company for 5 years now, just celebrated my 5-year anniversary, which is so crazy. So back before I started at Works, I was just graduating nursing school and had gotten what I thought was my dream job. I was going to be working in the emergency room, and I passed my state boards. Like, everything was lining up. Like, okay, this is my path. I was excited. It felt like, all of the chips were falling into place. And then I found out that I was pregnant. And at the time, he was my boyfriend, and we were only 21 years old. So we were super young, you guys. We didn't have a savings built up. Like, we didn't have those things in place. And then when I was 32 weeks, I was placed on bed rest because I kept going into preterm labor. So again, no savings, like we were not prepared. And it was really hard for us. Luckily, we had like super supportive families that really helped us along the way. And, they helped us get by. But we climbed ourselves into a mountain of debt at a very young age. And so we knew that we had to have something. And so fast forward a little bit, my son was born. He was 2 months old, and I just knew that my heart would not let me go back to work. And so I was praying literally every night, God, give me something. I will work. I'll work hard. That wasn't the thing. I was willing to work hard. I just didn't want to be away from him. So I was praying, God, please give me something. Please give me something. And then when he was 2 months old, I messaged a girl, and I had went to high school with her sister, but didn't really know her. We were both from a town of 800 people, you guys, 800 people. Okay. Super tiny town. Everyone in the town was doing it Works. It seemed like they were all like diamond and above. So I'm like, I can't do this. So anyway, I messaged her about the wraps because I was honestly like a first time mom, and just wanted my tummy to be smaller. So I messaged her about the wraps, and she's like, the only way that I'm selling you these wraps is if you join. And like that had not even crossed my mind once. I was like that person that posted on Facebook maybe once a month, like I can't sell something on here. Like I don't even post. So anyway, I said, whatever, I'll sign up, I'll do it. So I did it, and I really just hit the ground running. I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew I was excited about it. And then it became very clear to me that that was God answering my prayer. And, I didn't know it before, but I knew it then. And it has been such an incredible blessing for us. In 2020, we were actually able to move cross country from Colorado to Kentucky, which was absolutely our dream move. And that would not have been possible without this company, because my husband totally switched gears and is able to kind of chase a new career path now, which he loves. And it's just been such a blessing. So in 2018, I also had a miscarriage, and you guys, this business will just carry you. And even when you feel like, maybe it's not all about the business, but sometimes it is about the friendships that you make along the way, because truly, like, it's just a family, and it's such a blessing. So that is a little bit of my story. And I think Courtney is going to go next.
Yes. Hello, everyone. I am so excited to be here with you tonight. First off, give yourself like a pat on the back for running an autoship to earn this Zoom, because I remember when I started and my enroller was like, you should run an autoship. And I'm like, girlfriend, do you know how broke I am? Like, you want me to spend more money? Like, where do you think this is going to come from? And I'm just so proud of you. But I am Courtney. I've been in the business just over 5 years, and I'm a double diamond. So I don't know how I snuck into this group, because I think everyone else is press, but we're just going to go with it. It's fine. But my story is so different because I didn't hit the ground running. When I started this business, I had already failed with a previous company, and I was terrified to post. I was terrified to put myself out there. I was terrified to have hope again. So for 2 years, I did nothing. Okay. I had the kit, because back then we had physical kits. I did nothing. I was terrified until one day my now husband, who was my boyfriend back then, was like, you hate your job. Like, what do you want to do with your life? And I was like, well, babe, I'm going to do what works. Like, obviously that's going to retire me one day. And he was like, not with what you're doing. Like, what in the world? Right. So he opened my eyes. He was like, get your stuff together and like work. And I was executive. I don't know how I was executive, maintaining distributor. And within 8 months, I promoted to double diamond and paid off over $17,000 of credit card debt. And I retired myself from my full-time job, moved across the country. Like, crazy things happened in those 8 months. And I just share that for those of you who are watching this and you're like, man, I watch these Zooms and these people, they like promote to diamond in like their first 2 seconds, and then they promote to triple in like 2 months, and it's great. But if you don't promote fast, that doesn't mean you're destined to fail in the business. Everyone has their own timing. Everyone has their own system and how it works for them. So just because you didn't promote to where you want to be and the timing you wanted doesn't mean you're destined to fail. Okay. So for me, did I want to be double diamond still after 5 years? No, I would love to be black diamond, right? Wouldn't we all? But that doesn't mean I won't get there eventually. So that's a little bit about me. I've gotten married in this business. We now have a baby on the way, and my husband and I both get to be home with the baby coming. So it's so cool what this business can do for you. So if you're newer or you're like just kind of starting to really take it seriously, just know that this business can do everything for you. So just never lose that hope. So that's all I got.
Love that, Courtney. Okay, Alyssa, let's share some training tips.
Okay, guys. So right now we are in full blown summertime, and it doesn't matter if you have kids or you don't have kids, or you're on college break, whatever it is, you're probably more busy right now than you normally are. If you're not, that's great, but most of us are. So I just kind of want to talk about how you can make your business a priority, and refuse to let busyness get in your way, and slow down your success in this business. So this is truly all about making systems that work for you. And before I dive in, I just want to say, like, I'm going to give you an example of what I do, but you have to find what works for you. So you have to find your sweet spot in the business and exactly how you can make it work for you the best. But during the summer, a lot of people don't like to hear this, but getting up early is literally a game changer, you guys. So if you're one of those people that is like, man, I'm just not a morning person, let me tell you, I am not a morning person either, but this business has created a morning person in me because I know that I am my best self in the morning. And if I'm getting up in the morning and showing up, I'm doing my devotions, I'm showing up for my business, I'm showing up for myself, I know that I'm going to be so much more successful over the next 3 months than if I just wake up at 9 or 10, if I get to my Bible reading and get to my goals and all of that, like whatever, we'll see. Like, no, that's not how it works, right? So being intentional with your time and just realizing like you can get all of your work done in the morning in an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours before the sun is even up if you are intentional. Okay. So it's fine to be busy. Like I said, like we were at the pool today with our 2 kids. Like you can be busy and still be successful in this business. Okay. So just make sure you're carving out time every single day. And if you're getting in bed at night and feeling guilty that you didn't work your business, then the next day, like it's a brand new start and you have the choice to wake up early and to get your stuff done. So I just kind of want to share a couple of journals with you guys, first of all, because if you are not developing yourself, and honestly, you guys, I went triple diamond before I ever started doing personal development. So like I said, like when I joined the business, we were just on fire. We went triple in a year. And then it was kind of like imposter syndrome where you're like, whoa, like how did I get all of this success? Like I'm 23 years old, like what happened? And that's when I truly started to realize that I was going to have to build myself up as a person so that I could grow all these leaders on my team. So I just want to share a couple of journals with you guys because I know if you're just starting out with like journaling, personal development, it can be like really scary. Like if you just open a sheet of paper and you're like, okay, I have no idea what to write on it or how to do this. So I just want to share a couple of the new journals that I just picked up not long ago. So this first one is the Weekly Gratitude Project. And I got this one from Target, I think. I'm sure Amazon has all of these too. But this is very guided and it's very short. So if you're like super intimidated by journaling, this would be an awesome one to start out with. So let me just see here. So it just gives you one per week and it gives you like a little reading and then a couple prompts to follow. And so that is that one. Again, super short. So if you're like, I don't know about this, this would be a good one to just kind of get you started. And then this next one is 100 Days of Believing Bigger. And if you struggle with belief or having a scarcity mindset instead of abundance, 100% I recommend this one. I'm just starting it and it's already so good. So again, let me flip here. So it'll just give you like a little devotion to read and then some space to fill that in. So I encourage you guys, if you are not yet journaling, or if you feel like, you are journaling, but you don't know how to do it exactly, pick up one of these books and seriously watch your life change, you guys. I will just give you one example. So I had been journaling all of 2020 from like January 1st through May 1st, just like pleading God, like, please open the doors for this move. Please open the doors. And we had not heard anything. Like, my husband was kind of job searching here and there, but nothing was like in stone. And so then his job then was getting ready to end in August. And again, I kept praying all summer. I kept journaling. I kept writing it every single day that the doors would open. And literally like August 12th, he got a job offer. And by September 1st, we had moved 1,000 miles across country. And it was just an amazing thing. So if you are speaking what you want into existence, God may answer your prayer. So the last thing I want to show you guys is this goal tracker. So I literally just printed this off of Google. They're free, like you don't have to pay for anything, but it is such a game changer because you can see if you're being consistent or not. Okay, so if you're like, man, why am I not signing any customers? Let me go see how many hosted posts I've got up. And you'll be like, oh crap, like I missed a whole day. Maybe that's why. So again, just got these off of Google, super easy. You print it out, you write all of the things that you feel you need to do every day. So mine are read and journal, host a post, posting, adding to my story, growing my network, messaging for distributors, following up, updating my list, exercising, training my newbies, and running a couple mentor groups. So I can literally track what I'm doing every day. And if something feels off that day, I'm like, let me go see what I skipped today, right? So it will really just keep you in line and keep you motivated, keep you focused throughout these super busy summer months so that you can go kill it. And I promoted to Diamond in August, way back when in 2016. And I was seriously waking up at 5 every morning. I was doing my power hours. It was fun. It was exciting. So make your business fun and it will explode. It's simple. So I think that was it.
I love that. Love that. And I love that you brought that up about journaling and devotional because I started doing both of those things 3 months before I went triple. So, and I had never done it before. So
yeah, love it.
All right, Courtney.
Okay, so I want to talk about a couple of things of how to keep yourself on track because I always tell myself either I can make a plan or I'm going to make an excuse. Like it's literally one or the other because we all know that in our head, right? Like we think about it and we're like, oh, it's fine. Like I have so much time tomorrow. I can get all my stuff done. I can get all my posts done. It's fine. But then the day comes and it's like 11:30 and you're like, shoot, like I have one post up and don't have a host post up. Like what happened? So I want you right now to start realizing that you need to make a plan and stick to it for the summer because you can't just go willy-nilly, especially in summer, because it's going to pass you and you're going to be like, I did nothing. So I want to talk about a couple of things that are working really well for me. Put a 1 in the chat if you know what the Boards app is and you are currently utilizing it to help you in your business because you should be. Let me see. I want to share my screen because I want to show you guys what I'm currently doing that is saving my butt. This past week, I was in Charleston all week, and the previous Courtney would have been like, oh, I'll do what I can. It's fine. And this week, I was like, no, I'm going to get my entire list done, and I'm going to get this set so that I don't let myself slack. And one of the big things that helped me is I used the Boards app just for my posts. Okay, so I have this set up every single week. So that when I was in the middle of like downtown Charleston, like in the middle of a tour, I could still post because I took the time beforehand to prep that out. So this is my week for this week. So you can just click on the day. Here are my posts for the week. So no matter what I'm doing, I have everything ready. I have the posts, I have the pictures, I have the IDSs ready so that I can just go to Facebook, put them up, and I don't have to think about it. It literally, I avoided content planning for so long because I'm like, oh my God, it's going to take me like 6 hours on a Sunday. It literally took me 10 minutes. So take that time, go to a couple of top leaders pages, save to a collection some posts you like, and then edit them to make sense to you. The other thing that I do, and I can send this file into the leader chat, guys, but this is my planner that I use every day. And I have an accountability partner that I screenshot my planner to every single day. Okay. I don't care if she answers. I don't care if she does her task list. I am sending it to her because in my head, I'm like, shoot, if I don't send this, she knows I didn't get my list done. And that's embarrassing. So I just made this task list based off of what I want. And I write my host post on the left, potentials on the right. And I can look back and I can see like, okay, the 12th was a slower day. Today was busier. And like, that way I have all of my months and all of my days and all of my potentials right there so I can go back to it. But the key that I want you guys to hear from that is I made myself find an accountability partner, not because I needed someone to cheer me on and be like, oh my God, you're so awesome for getting your list done. But I needed a way for me to hold myself accountable, because put a 2 in the chat if you find it a little bit hard to keep yourself like on track, because no, you don't have to answer to anyone, right? Like you don't have a boss that's like, let me see what you got done today, right? It was so hard for me to make sure that I got my list done because no one was checking. No one cared if I got my list done, because you guys, here's the thing. If you don't get your list done, your upline cares because they want you to succeed. But in the end of the day, it's you that you're hurting. So find someone that you can send your list to and say, hey, I got it done. Don't need encouragement. You don't need like this big text that's like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you, whatever. It's just for you to keep yourself accountable. And bonus points if it's somebody that intimidates you, like an upline or like a sideline upline, someone that you look up to, because you don't want to make them think, I don't know, maybe this is just my red, but I'm like, I don't want someone to think I'm horrible at the business. So I'm going to make sure that I prove myself. So those are my tips for summer to help you stay accountable. Sorry that I'm out of breath. It's hot in North Carolina and I'm 7 months pregnant. And that's all I got.
I love it. I love it. Okay. So you guys putting together what Alyssa and Courtney talked about, because we're talking about summertime. And I feel like I've heard this said to me so many times, but it took me a solid, like, I feel like until I went triple, and this was just me in my mind, I really thought there was like some magic sauce or some magic message, or top leaders were top leaders. And truly, even I viewed, diamond and above as that until I got to that rank. And then you view the next 2 ranks as that. You view this as like something that you can't do, or they must have gotten lucky, or they must have a magical way that they work their business. The magic is within you. Okay. Every single one of you have the magic that is needed to accomplish that next goal, to do the work every day. The hard part, this business is not hard. The hard part is being disciplined, being accountable, like Courtney talked about, developing yourself, like Alyssa talked about. Like that is so important and has helped me not just in my business and in my friendships, but in just in life. I'm so much more self-aware. Like I know what I want, how I feel, just you become much more in tune with where you want to go and what you want to do and how you're going to do it. Okay. So I want you all to put in the chat, what is your goal this summer? Like, what are you getting done this summer? Because Alyssa mentioned she promoted to Diamond in August in 2016. I did as well in 2016 of August. And then I promoted to Presidential in June of 2020. 2020, when everybody felt like the world, everybody around me felt like the world was falling apart, right? That's what you get to decide. You steer where you stare. And so if you're focused on what's going on in the world today, even in 2021, it can be distracting, right? It can be distracting, and that doesn't seem to be going away. Or you can focus on what you can control. You can focus on your business. You can focus on the 24 hours you have in a day, time block, decide how you're going to spend your time, decide what you're going to accomplish, and get it done. People will tell you, you will hear people, and I've been guilty of this too, but a lot of people think they can't promote in the summer. And that's just in their head. I'm telling you, they're wrong. Okay. And I promise you, I told my leaders this last week, whatever you do this summer prepares you for what fall will be. So fall can be incredible, amazing. I've seen people promote to ambassador in the fall, or it can be, oh shoot, what did I do all summer? Like, geez, I better get my stuff together because I'm not where I want to be, right? You have to decide. You have the magic within you. And I think so often we cut ourselves short because we don't even realize that our negative self-talk, how bad it is. Okay. And we tell ourselves that we can't or we won't, but we're not doing the things that Alyssa talked about, developing ourselves, putting in the time, journaling, so important, right? And we're all, even top leaders, you fall into like a funk and you're in that place and you're like, what am I doing? Why am I not doing stuff? Like Courtney said, she went to Charleston and she content planned. So many people are like, oh, I'm on vacation, like I can't do anything. It's like, you get to decide. You get to decide how you spend your 24 hours in the day. Okay. So I want you to know that you can promote this summer. You can grow this summer. These $100 loyal customer bonuses, you guys, it represents so much more than just an extra $100. So much more. You've got to think about those new distributors coming in. What can you help them do? You can help them make hundreds of dollars a month. That wasn't even like, I mean, I made $43 my first 2 weeks. That was my first paycheck, like, right? And then my second month was like 150. And then my third month was over 1,000 and so on and so forth. Okay. You can help someone make, I mean, right now, if all things go well, this loyal customer bonus is going to stick around. Okay. And that's what I'm hoping for. So we all have to make sure we're doing our due diligence this summer because we have until, early July. So again, I applaud all of you for being on tonight. I really hope, because you're here on a Monday night in the summer, you're taking the time. Don't not only take the time to plug in to calls, right? Plugging in is so important, but take the time to do the hard work, to put in the time, an hour or two a day. You will be freaking amazed at what you accomplish in the next 3, 6, a year from now. You will be amazed. And the hard part is holding yourself accountable and getting your shit done. Okay. I'm so glad that you all joined us tonight. I like to keep this short and sweet. So Alyssa, Courtney, do you have any other closing thoughts? No?
I had a couple of people private message me on Zoom asking for the tracker that I showed. Ask your leader or whoever sent you the info to the Zoom. I will send a file to them so they will have it. So just so you know.
Thank you, Courtney. All right, I am going to stop the recording. I appreciate all of you for being here tonight.